Welcome to the dump, and today we are revisiting Drip Season 3 by Gunna, 7 years ago.
Yeah, this is one of his first... is this an album or is this a mixtape? I think it's technically a mixtape.
Yeah, this is a mixtape.
Yeah, so this is the very beginning of Gunna's...
Would you say this is the one that really made him take off?
Yeah, especially off that one lead single, Drip or Drown, with the remix with Lil Yachty. Mm-hmm. That one definitely gave him a lot of buzz for its time.
Well, I say we just dive right into this 17-track mixtape, and we'll start off with the intro, Hell of a Price.
Hop on the jet, you can't delay the flight. One of the best, right the beat like a bike. I'ma come in and go out with a bang. I'ma come in and go out with a bang. You ain't wrong if you right. Had a wonderful night.
Let's rank it.
Intro track, Hell of a Price. I give it a 7.5. I actually thought this is a pretty good intro.
Yeah, I put number 7 with a 7.4. I also agree it's a good intro.
Yeah, you can really tell that this is like very early Gunna here. Mm-hmm. But he had a pretty simple beat here, and I think he flowed perfect on it, honestly.
Yeah, no, I think he had some fun flows, and I think it was a really chill Metro beat. So
yeah, very chill. Great way to start the album. Definitely shows what the album's going to be like. Very chill songs. That's what Gunna's really known for, to be honest. There's a lot of like chill kind of like songs
laid back
to play in the car, you know, when you just want to drive or some shit. But not a bad intro. Nothing really too much to really say about it, to be honest. There's nothing really to say about this song.
I agree. Let's move on to track 2, Drippin'.
Yeah.
Heard them crackers try to play with your life. Get that dollar and don't drop a dime. That's why they pee in the case. I just know. I bet you can't hack it. Nothing nice if you touch without asking. You can hit in that bitch photo.
Let's rank it.
Track 2, Drippin'. I threw it down at number 9 with a 7.2. I thought it was a good song.
Yeah, I threw it at number 12 with a 7.
Another song here where like there really isn't much to really speak on. I can't lie. This, in my opinion, is probably one of the filler tracks for the album, but it's definitely one of those songs that I can play in the car and you just be like chilling. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely not like boring or anything, but I feel there's a lot more songs on here that stand out quite a bit more.
Yeah, I think if you ask someone what like a standard average Gunna song would sound like, it would be this song.
It would definitely be this one.
Like just very chill vibes, just him kind of flowing, doing nothing crazy. Like
I feel like throughout this whole album, there isn't very many experimental songs. There's a lot of very safe songs, but I feel like a lot of them work pretty damn well. But this is very early in his career, so it's understandable. He's just trying to stick to his own
there's just
sound.
nothing really stand out. It's a pretty nothing piano in here, but
it's alright. It's alright.
It's okay.
Know? That's how I feel about it. It's alright.
It's a good song, but it's nothing too crazy outside of his lane.
Yeah. Well.
Move on to track 3, Almighty featuring
Hood Rich Pablo Juan.
I'm so rest in the club and start changing the climate. Codeine I sip while I'm smoking exotic. Whacking like God in my crew.
Pushes a boss, drinking hot, taking it low. My big got it.
Alright, track 3, Almighty with Hood Rich Pablo Juan. I put it at number 12 with a 6.3. I think this is a pretty passable song.
Yeah, I have this one at 14 with a 6.9.
This is a very average Gunna performance. And I don't think Hood Rich Pablo Juan really did much for me. I thought his verse was kind of pointless, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy. In the past, they actually had frequent collabs.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, and apparently they were supposed to have a collab album.
Wow, that would have been crazy.
I think Gunna just outgrew him. So
yeah, I don't know.
I think Gunna does this thing on the song, but I think Pablo Juan has a super meh feature. Nothing really to show for it. Like, very hollow feature, nothing doing too much.
I don't think the production was really anything too crazy.
It's pretty average Gunna production. If
yeah,
we're being
very average
here.
production here, so nothing really standing out too much, but yeah, it's alright.
Move on to track 4, At the Hotel, featuring Lil Uzi Vert and Young Jordan.
Send the rest of my niggas in jail. Now the smoke when that demon fish tail. Niggas hold well. Don't make me one kill. Fuck the right off bill. Whoa. Rest of the jack. Yeah, for house we came straight out the shelter. Yeah, we came straight out the
Let's rank it.
Alright, track number 4, At the Hotel. I put it at number 10 with a 7.0, so I thought it was a good song.
I threw it number 4 with a 7.7.
Alright. Yeah, I thought Uzi had a great performance on this. This is like peak Uzi, in my opinion. I thought he did really good on this feature. Young Jordan did alright. Gunna did pretty good. Pretty average beat. But I think there's just better songs on this album. So
yeah, I think there's a really great Uzi feature here. I think Gunna has a good performance. Them together as a duo is pretty good. They got a couple good songs together.
yeah.
But I think it could have been a great song, but I think Young Jordan just kind of has like a decent feature. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's nothing
He's not
too
really
crazy.
adding too much here,
Yeah.
so definitely got to take a little bit of points off for that. But overall, I think this is a really fun collab. Very early in their careers. So.
Very early, yeah. Move on to track 5 then, Top Off.
I can do this without y'all. Carlos, I go loco. I go back to the trap house. I shit like a scene now. I got back on my feet now. I can take out my team. Been bringing these hoes out. Gonna get in his zone now. Eat the greens.
Rank it.
On track 2, Top Off, I threw it at number 2 with an 8.8. I personally think this is one of Gunna's best like solo songs.
Yeah, I got a number 3 with a 7.9 on the verge of great here.
Yeah, for sure. I think this beat is like a perfect Gunna type beat. Like he just flows perfectly on this song, I feel like. Great song to play while you're just driving down, thinking about nothing, you know what I mean? Yeah, probably one of his best solo performances too. I think he carries this song just by himself perfectly.
Yeah, is this like his first hit? Do you think?
I think so, because yeah, this one has one of the most streams on the album. Other than but that one that one doesn't even have. Yeah, this is the most streamed song on the album.
Yeah, so this is like his first hit. I think this is kind of a classic Gunna staple, and I think he learned very quickly. He matches with these kind of productions very well.
Yes,
He got great flows, and he really doesn't have to do too much. He can just kind of ride the beat, and you can just kind of enjoy it for what it is, you know.
Facts. Yeah, I have to agree there.
Classic Gunna staple here. Let's move on to track 6, King Kong featuring Young Thug.
Yep.
Yeah, but I like when she deep though. I'ma blow it like C4. Brothers keep it like me. I only watch the flicks. I cop a big body on flicks, but I still really.
Let's rank it.
Track 6, King Kong with Mr. Thug. Number 1 for me, 9.2. This is probably one of my favorite songs from Gunna, I think, ever. Probably top 5, I'd say. Maybe top 3.
I threw it at 8 with a 7.3 on this track.
Sure, yeah. I think Thug's, what do you even call it? Ad-libs? Or what
I think
do you
he's
even
just
call
singing
it?
in the back, you know, like
Like,
I think he is pretty good on there. I think Gunna does his thing. I think the feature's solid. I don't think it's anything crazy for me, but I still think it's a good track.
It might be one of my favorite Gunna Thug collabs I think ever, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that shit's
very
so
classic
good.
duo here. Probably one of the most iconic trap duos. Unfortunately, not going to happen ever again.
It's really too bad, man. Unless like Thug is just capping and he's actually cool with Gunna. But man, they were such a good combo together, and it just makes me so sad thinking about it.
Outside of Travis Scott, I don't think anyone pairs up with Thugger better than Gunna.
Yeah, facts.
I even might take them over Thug in Future.
This is probably I'm gonna stay on this shit. One of Gunna's most underrated songs. This shit only has 20 mil streams.
Okay, yeah.
How the fuck does this show only have 20 mil streams, dude? I can't believe it.
Yeah. Let's move on to track 7, Pedestrian.
Yeah.
Can't let no nigga try me off my exit. Can't let no nigga try me off my exit. Life was right on my grind, ain't no more stressing. Can't nobody stop me from my.
Let's rank it.
All right. Track 7, Pedestrian. I threw that at number 7 with a 7.7. So that was a pretty good song.
I threw it at number 10 with a 7.1, so just good for me.
Sure, yeah. I think this is like an above average Gunna song. Like, again, this is very early in his career, so he's still finding his sound and stuff. But I think this is a pretty good track. Like, you know, had some pretty solid production. Gunna did his thing on this. The thing is with these songs, though, some of these songs, there just really isn't much to really point out. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, he just be rapping about his life and shit. Really, like.
I think it's a chill vibe song. Like, I think it's a cool track. I just think outside of, like, it being that, I think it's not too standout for me. I think, like, it's a good track, but it's just not the most memorable.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to track 8, Lies About You, featuring Lil Durk.
Leaving voodoo. When you at the top, they'll tell lies about you. I got that flight to the torch. Young on the bar with no court. I hit the trap and quit. We don't fuck with no niggas. How you want that Saint Laurent back? You ain't so.
Let's rank it.
Track 8, Lies About You with Durk. I threw it number 14 with a 5.8. I honestly think this is kind of a mid song.
Damn, really? I actually
Yeah.
prefer this one over the King Kong song by a little bit. I got number 6 with a 7.4.
This one doesn't really stand out to me too much. I'm not gonna lie. Dirk didn't really do much for me, and Gunna didn't do much. I thought the beat was kind of, nothing really crazy. Yeah, I couldn't really vibe with this one too much. There's some songs on here that like I feel like he was just testing shit out, but I don't know. I just couldn't really.
I actually think this is kind of a fun collab because they're both kind of up and coming, and their sounds just sound like really fresh on this track. I just think it sounds like a fun pairing here. I mean, they're not doing anything too insane for me, but like I think it's a cool song, and there's actually a World Star music video with this one, World Star exclusive, but I don't know whatever happened to them, bro. But
yeah, I don't know what happened to World Star. I've heard
cool song. It's fun hearing some younger Dirk here before he really got his recognition. It's funny because all the artists that feature on this will not collab with him anymore.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy, I think?
I think almost every artist on here is not collabing with Gunna in 2025. But
Wild.
all right, well, let's move on to track 9, Mistress.
You home now? Yeah, me if I'm wrong. We connect like a cellular phone. Have it safe beside she. Designing my spot. Yeah. We ballin' out a lot. I'm hot like a stove. Hit. I tip. Pay like a toll. Tip. No pimp, but I got hoes. Yeah.
Let's rank it.
All right, track 9, Mistress, threw it at number 11 with a 6.5. I thought this was a passable song.
Yeah, I threw at number 13 with a 6.9.
So yeah, pretty close in ratings. I don't know. It's one of those songs where like, just the most like usual Gunna song. Here's a lot of these songs on this album where like, or mixtape. A lot of these songs on his albums are just very standard. Like he's really not trying anything new on these.
Yeah, this my main note for this song was just follows the Gunna formula. Have some chill beat, and he just tries to flow.
And there's some flows on here that do catch me, but then there's a lot of flows that don't really catch me too much.
Yeah, it's really like these songs are like just for very like probably more casual fans that just want something in the background.
Yeah.
This follows a very Gunna formula, and
yeah,
like
facts.
lucky for him, that's usually a pretty decent formula. But for this felt passable. This didn't feel like a good song that I could play every once in a minute or whatnot. But
yeah, I'll agree with
very
that.
very average kind of formula.
Yeah.
Let's move on to track 10, Car Sick, featuring Nav and Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
This money to the bank. Nobody help me, there's no one to thank. Now they watching the picture I paint. Another Tesla pill. I'm the car seat. I put out the light and got faucet. When they put my bro in the chain gang, I almost lost it.
Let's rank it.
Track 4, Car Sick. I threw it at number 4 with a 8 point. I meant to put 8.5, but yeah, 8.5.
I threw a number 2 with a flat 8.
Okay, sure. I thought Nav did like amazing on his feature. I really, really liked his feature on this one.
I kind of missed this early sound where like a lot of people complain because he sounds like a robot, but it just had a fun vibe to it.
Yeah, his flow really hit on this kind of beat. And Metro did his thing on the beat. Gunna did his thing too. Like this is a very good Gunna Nav song. This might be his best song with Nav, I feel like, right?
For Gunna?
Yeah.
Probably, unless you're counting like features off
Lemonade.
Lemonade. But that doesn't feel like the same. Just
yeah, this is like a dedicated Gunna Nav song.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You got Nav and Metro Boomin on production, which they're both great producers.
Yes.
And
facts.
Nav and Metro actually like they really just don't miss, bro. Like whenever they work together.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Perfect timing, classic album there. But
yeah,
I thought this is a really fun collab here.
Yeah,
and like I just love that. Like I feel like all the artists on here were like really fresh to the game. Outside maybe Thug, who's been in the game for a little bit at this point, but
yeah,
really
for sure.
fun song. And it was actually my first time hearing this one, so fun track.
Hell yeah, good shit.
Track 11, My Soul.
Rockstar style, killer. Got chops like a wild road. Do you want roll? Need to let me know now. I move on the road. Do you want roll? Need to let me know now.
Let's rank it.
Track 11, My Soul. Put that way up at number 5 with an 8.4. I think this is a great song.
I threw this one at 16 with a 6.7.
See, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is one of his best solo songs yet again. I think he does great on this song. Such a really cool, chill beat on here. Gunna had some great flows on here. Great song to play in the car. I've been playing this one for a long time. I can't lie. I've had this song saved probably since like 2019. So I've been playing this one for quite a long time. So that's why I have it up a lot higher. But this song kind of has a place for me. So.
Yeah, My Soul, it kind of follows this Gunna formula with chill beat, just trying to flow through the song. But this kind of song, honestly, kind of points out the biggest flaw to me in Gunna's artistry. is that sometimes when he chooses these slower songs, I feel like he can just make kind of sleepy music.
I personally, there's a lot sleepier music on this album than this song right here.
I don't know.
Like, I'm gonna pick like fucking 3 here that are like literally the most boring songs ever.
Yeah,
like,
I think this just gives me sleepy Gunna song vibes, and that's like honestly the environment is like my least favorite from him, just because the replay value on songs like that just aren't very high for me personally.
I got you. Yeah.
But we'll move on to track 12, No Joke.
Ball main, ain't no joke, ain't no joke. How about palm main? No hang, ain't got no main. Let that clip hang.
Let's rank it.
Track 12, No Joke. Threw it number 15 with a 5.3. I think the song is pretty fucking boring.
I threw it 15 as well with a 6.8.
Oh shit, actually? Oh, fair enough. Well, same spot. I don't know. Yeah, some of these songs on this album I could just not really play, to be honest. Like, I just think they're just so like boring. Flows didn't really give me too much. Beat was very simplistic. Yeah, this one never really caught me that much.
Yeah, this is one of those songs that are kind of in the handful there where it's like, it's just decent. Like, I think, like, I've heard this flow at least a handful of times on the album. These kind of direction he's going in. I don't think, like, it's one of those songs I'm like, it doesn't sound bad. It's just like, it's just all right, you know? It's just passable for me.
Sure. Yeah, so, I think this song is low-key mid. I could really, if I even heard this in the car, I'd be like, man, come on, you could skip the song, you know? That's how I feel. But that's how some of these songs are on here. He's just, you know, this is one of his first projects, so I understand. So.
All right. Track 13, OOK featuring Young Thug and Lil Baby.
Hit it the limits, I got some cash, I wanna split. New paper tag, didn't wanna rent it. Too many Bobby, you have any like my daddy. Heading straight down and I run out the money. I got me a M now. That's like.
Let's rank it.
Track 13, OK. Threw it at number 3 with an 8.6. This is a pretty great song here.
I threw at number 1 with a 9.0. So I think this is an amazing song right here.
This might be like their best song altogether on like a trio song. I can't really think of, I know they have a few other ones where they all want a song together, but this one is definitely
I think
like
it's
up
all
there.
align. Really great here. I actually started listening to this one about a year ago. I found it. And
okay.
I've been really hooked on it ever since.
Yeah, this song wasn't on streaming for the longest time until they randomly just threw it on one day. Because I remember listening to this unreleased all the time. Then one day it was randomly on the album. And I was like, oh, all right, bet.
Yeah,
So-
I think this is classic Thugger, classic Baby.
Yep.
And cool story about this one, it was actually just supposed to be a solo Gunna song.
Oh,
and then,
yeah?
Thug and Baby passed the studio hearing the beat, and then they just hopped on like that.
See, that's so cool how that shit works. And that shit's so cool how it works.
They got a pretty standard music video with this one, but I really think this is an amazing song here. By far my favorite, I think, on the album. So
Yeah, hey, fair enough. Yeah, I think it's top 3.
moving on to track 14, Spending Addiction.
This in the room, while the certain niggas won't be cool. Ain't giving second chances. 10 years riding up, make sure he has some food. I hear that shit down, I look what we could do. Right the bit my flaws. I'm being that money overall. It broke is your problem, cash is gonna solve.
Let's rank it.
Track 14, Spending Addiction. I threw it at number 13 with a 6.0, so on the verge of passable. It's all right.
I threw it at number 9 with a 7.2.
Sure. To be fair, I didn't really listen to this song that much in the past. I just kind of got to re-listening to it, so I see it has some buzz around it, but this one didn't really get to me too much. I can't lie. I think he has better songs on the album, but
For me personally, I have this as a top 3 solo performance on the album, just for songs that he's only on. I just like that there was a little bit of a switch up here instead of more of the laid back vibes. I think he had a little more of a high pace like delivery here, which was kind of fun.
sure.
Like there's still nothing too stand out about it, but I kind of messed with this pocket. And, yeah.
No, it definitely wasn't bad. I'll give it that. It wasn't mid, wasn't bad. I think it was just on the verge of passable. So not for me personally. But.
All right, fair enough. Well, we'll move on to track 15, Money Don't Change You.
Gotta pay £2 is a birthday. Yo, all that pain, we remain cool. It's a shame.
Let's rank it.
Track 15, Money Don't Change You. I think this is the most mid, sleepy song on the album. Gave it a 5.0. I never would come back to this song personally.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I threw it at 11 with a 7.0.
Sure. So what do you think that's good about this?
I think this one's got the strongest like narrative to it, like story wise. Just kind of showing who really has like pivotal roles in his life and who's like really just there to catch a check real quick, but it's another one of these songs I think is very formulaic, kind of copy and paste flow wise.
Yeah.
But I think it does enough sonically for me to make it a good song. Not a rememberable song maybe, but I think it's got enough going for it. And this is the one that felt like it actually had like a little bit of a story behind it. So I kind of like to switch up there a little bit.
I got you.
We'll move on to track 16, Toast Up.
I got lean in my cup, I got rumors I can trust, yeah. Tell my nigga toast up, pour some lean in his cup, yeah.
Let's rank it.
Track 16, Toast Up. Pretty close, 5.1. So pretty mid for me. I'm not gonna lie, I never would come back to this song.
Yeah, this is bottom track for me at 6.5.
Sure.
I just think this is the most bland song on the album. It's got a really like plain kind of basic trap piano in the background. And then I just think he's just using copy and flow, like paste, like flows here, you know?
Yeah, I personally think it's definitely these 3 tracks in the bottom 3 that are just like the
I
most
just think
boring
it's
Gunna songs.
this one just feels so safe and like predictable. It's just nothing really engaging on here, nothing to take away. And this is a song I'm for sure gonna forget about. So
Yeah,
looking forward
I
for
agree
being
with you
honest. Let's move on to the bonus / outro track, Drip or Drown remix featuring Lil Yachty.
Beamers, think I'm essentials, I stay in the cleaners. 2K my sweatsuit, I walk with demeanor.
DD up by folks, I get me some hands, she been that shit over. They say Lil D, I been looking like dollars, push Carrera. Go your pouch, racks in the quarter.
Let's rank it.
Outro track, Drip or Drown remix. I threw it at number 6 with a 8.2. I think this is a great song.
Yeah, I threw it number 5 with a 7.5.
Yeah, I think Yachty killed his feature. I think he has that funny like library type of like verse where he's being like really quiet, but he's got a really nice flow there. Gunna obviously performed great on this one. This is probably one of his first like big hits.
Yeah,
too,
no,
so.
I was gonna say I stand corrected with Top Up. I think this was actually really the first hit from him.
Yeah, I think this one, it was the OG one that really blew him up.
Yeah, no, I really like the classic Yachty sound. Like he sounds a lot different with the psychedelic rock he's been experimenting
switched
with.
his
So
sound
like
up.
this is like very early Yachty. It's kind of nice, and I actually think I prefer this one over the OG.
Yeah, I always play this one over the OG personally. I think Yachty adds
Just get an
something to
extra
it.
verse. That's good. So like you
Yeah.
can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's a great song though. I think this is where Gunna was really in his pocket here. So
Yeah.
we'll give our final rankings here. Right. Overall scores, I gave it a 7.1. Good album here.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.3, so I'm just a notch higher.
These are pretty good scores for like one of his first. I think it's one of his first mixtapes like on the label on the YSL. I can't confirm that for sure, but it's definitely like one of his most known.
It's probably his
first
most
projects.
prolific though, by far.
Yeah, DS3. Yeah, 'cause I never heard Drip Season 2 or Drip Season 1, but
Yeah, Drip Season 2 I know has Drip or Drown.
oh, sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's solid. I think it's definitely pretty safe, but you do have some classic tracks on here like Oh
Facts.
Okay, Top Off, Car Sick, Drip or Drown remix on there, King Kong. So I will say it does get a little plain. Like,
there are some songs that are definitely very filler.
I'd say my playlist is 8 through 1 here. So.
My playlist. Honestly, I might low-key have to agree with you. 8 through 1, yeah, same here. 8 through 1, yeah.
Like I think it's a pretty good project. He's definitely finding a sound, but I think there's something about this where he actually kind of has like a classic, like, you know, kind of underdog like sound to him, where he doesn't have all the professional like engineers and stuff, and it's
Yeah, I'll
got a
have to agree with you there.
cool. It's a fun album, you can say.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Trying new shit out, so it's cool.
well, if you made this far, hit the like.
Might as well subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. Tell us anybody else you want us to listen to. You know, we're revisiting a lot of cool artists every year, you know.
Yeah, so tell us any other albums you want us to rank, review, or tell us different kind of video ideas you guys would like to see otherwise. Otherwise, you can request more reactions as well.
Yeah, for sure. And you already know.
Done.